Hello everybody, my name's Crazy Savage and welcome back to Buck-Chuckets and Piglins SMP. But today we have a lot to get done, so I want today to be able to finish up this storage house we've been working on. So go ahead, the basement here, it needs to be finished because right now it's just all open. If we go inside, we also have this entire flooring is just not looking nice. You can just walk back here to the redstone. It needs to all be polished up today. So today, hopefully we're going to be able to get through all of this. I don't know if we'll have time to finish everything, especially with the plans I have for under the base for this episode. So we might have to do another episode, but I'm hoping to get all done today. But before we get to that, I've actually, I got a little thing that I've been forgetting to show for the last few episodes because I just keep forgetting every episode. So a few episodes back, so actually I think it was during the Netherite episode, maybe the episode before, I got another star and I completely forgot about it to show it. Killer Robo, who was on this server, he was showing me like a way to kill the Wither easily, and then he gave me a nether star at the end of the thing. I completely forgot about it to show on camera. So yeah, we have another nether star, so I'm actually going to go ahead right now and go set up a beacon. That way we can have two here, one for haste and one for speed. So let me go do that real quick. Okay, and there we go. I went ahead, I placed the second beacon there, and I actually went ahead, I put some colors, just so I do it, the Crazy Savage colors, if you remember. It's red and black, so I went ahead, I did that, so we have a red beacon, a black beacon, and I actually I said I was going to do speed, but I actually did speed and regeneration because I figured speed 2 would actually be a little ridiculous, just running around so fast with speed 2. That would be a little bit too much for just like video's sake and all that stuff. So I went ahead just did the speed 1, but anyways, now that that's out the way, let's get started with the base. So let's start with the inside here. So we've gone ahead, we've made the entire inside, like all the walls coming in, but we just haven't like polished it up. So first things first, I think we should go ahead and start separating this back room, because the parts for the redstone is, I don't really want that to be visible. So let's go ahead, let's actually separate the back room here. So let me grab some stone from here. We should have some stone bricks, there we go. So let's go ahead, actually let me put the slab back here. Okay, and let's do something like that, like about that tall, and let's drag this over here. Go ahead, raise this down, and then make kind of like a doorway here. That way we can still access our redstone when we want to. We can go ahead and we can put a door here. So this kind of like our back rooms kind of here, where we can just go back here and do work on the machines. So I'm going to go ahead and get a door there, but also we need to figure out a way to really cover these machines, because I don't really want the redstone too visible in the background. I mean, I want it visible, but I don't want it as visible as it is right now. Okay, so I put a door here. I was thinking of putting the glass up here, like some glass, but I realized you would just see hoppers. But I wanted to put glass since you could still access the chest. But now that I'm thinking of it, why don't we do, not that way, do like stairs, like, ooh, let's try and get this the honor facing way. Come on, stairs, work with me. Could work if I did something like this, so all the way down. Okay, so something like that, and then we go ahead and we go back up here. We then go ahead and we fill up this wall here all the way down. There we go, that's all I had on me. Yeah, if we do that, that goes ahead and that actually hides the machine in the back. That way you're only seeing the chest. I feel like that polishes it up really good. Ooh, actually, now that I'm looking at it, we need to put some, like, lights up here. That way it just looks nice. Okay, we'll do that in a second, but let's go up here. So you can still access the dump chest pretty easily. You just actually have to climb the ladder to get up here. Let's actually go ahead and add some slabs here. That way you just have some extra room when you go up here. We can go ahead and put, like, a torch up here also. Or I guess right there. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now the torch is up there. But, we go ahead. The dump chest still accessible, you just have to climb, maybe? I don't know how to make it so items go up. Like, I would, like, bring the dump chest down, but if I did that, I would have to make items go up, and I don't really know how to do that. Like, take items out of things, so right now, it's just gonna be like this, where you have to climb up the ladder to get to it, but Maybe in the future we'll change it up a little and make it better, but for now I don't think that's bad because it also of course hides the redstone. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this wall around, and over on these section, let me grab some blocks. Over here in this section here, I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap like a miniature wall here all the way around too, and go ahead and just cover this up from here. Okay, and I just went ahead, I walled everything off. You can actually see, so this one I did all solid. This is the only one I did solid on these ones here. But then this one I did like a hollow inside, just because it fit with the walls on each side. It actually would have been the same if there wasn't walls, so I went ahead, I did solid, hollow, and then I opened this up a little bit on both sides, so that it would look nicer. I also filled in the middle on these ones here. So it actually looks pretty nice now all together. I didn't think it actually would, but it did actually end up turning out pretty nice. And here I can actually add 2 more rows of chests on each one, so we have room for a lot more storage if we want to. But anyway, so let me go sleep. So I think, actually before I sleep, okay. So I think the next thing we're going to actually do is going to be this tunnel here, because I want to like light it all up as you walk down. Ooh, actually, speaking of lights, we also need to get lights for up there, but we'll do the lights up here after. So first, let's actually light up this tunnel. So I do have sea lanterns, and I think I have an idea in mind, because I want to use sea lanterns and maybe light this up like in rows, but I'm unsure yet. So let me grab some of my sea lanterns, and then we can get started with a design. Okay, I grabbed the sea lanterns for the tunnel, and before you wonder, like, why do I have so many sea lanterns all of a sudden? That's for, future you to find out. So, there's something I was working on with some other people on this, SMP, so I got a lot of, sea lanterns, but we'll cover that in probably, like, a later episode on the series. But anyways, we got the sea lanterns here. Let's go ahead. So, I think what I want to do here is kind of want like a tunnel of light going down, so that way it's just a bunch of light as you go down. So we can do like go one in from the stone, go ahead, break this, and we'll do like a row of sea lanterns all the way up just like this. Yeah, something like that. That looks good right there. Then we go ahead, we go another stone, then that, and we go all the way down just like that. So that way we'll have, it seems like 4 on this side, and then goes 4 on the other side to make it symmetrical all the way around. Let me go ahead, let me put these in, and I think it'll look really good when it's done. Yeah, and look at that, look how good that looks. It's actually fairly bright as you walk down the hallways here, but it looks fairly good. It's just a tunnel of light showing you going to the next section, and then you go here, and then it's the same thing going back. I think it looks really good. So now that that's done there, the tunnel, we got the walls all filled in. Oh, actually, before we do the walls, I almost forgot again. We need to put the lights on the walls. So I'm thinking for the lights. So if we go in one, just like how we did with the tunnel here, but instead we now do it for the walls in only just like a 1 block space. So if we do something like that, and then keep going down just 1 block each time, skip a block. Yeah, something like that. We go all the way down and it'll frown with that thing. I think that could be really good unless we hit like a weird number and get like a 2. That would be pretty annoying, but I think we might be in the clear of that. So let me try. Let me bring this all the way around and we see how it all looks. Okay, and that doesn't look that bad. I mean, this one right here is a little weird because it's like showing, but I can't really do anything because the chest. But besides that, it doesn't look that bad all the way around. All the way around here too, all the way down and everything. It doesn't look that bad. Add something to it. Ooh. Okay, I didn't notice that at first, but whatever. It's fine. It's fine to be like that. So it's pretty good. I think it looks pretty good. I even added some up here just for the sake of it. So now we've done the walls, the lighting, all that stuff. So now what we're up to is going to have to be the flooring, because I don't really want to change the flooring in like here, because it's like all the redstone. It can all stay stone, but in this room it's like your main room, so we need to change the flooring out. So what I'm thinking is stripped oak logs. So I'm going to keep like a border around everything, I think, or maybe not actually, because I really want like pathways down. So maybe we don't, but we'll keep like the border like maybe actually underneath these like walls here. But besides that, and maybe like around here too, we'll actually go ahead though. Go like get rid of this here, and then lead logs going down. We go ahead, we strip them, and something like that, and it kind of like contrasts to like the light theme of the stone. I think that'll look good if we do something like that all the way around. So let's go ahead, let's try and like get this room done, see how it looks, and see if we want to expand it to the next room. Okay, so it's actually a little weird looking now, seeing like this bright off the ground, but I think I think it actually was needed to put like something else here, because it was just like a lot just happened, just the stone everywhere. So I think it looks good all the way down. We can continue going down, and I actually changed my mind. I did actually go back to the border, because I realized if I did like a border here, I can also do like a border of stone down here for the chest. So that's what I went with instead. And then I did a little bit like just on the walls, just bordering it all off until we get to the door and such. So I think I'm gonna keep this and keep going down with it. We can also, if we want to, we can do carpet. Should I do carpet? Maybe we'll do carpet in a minute. But let's go ahead. Let's get this pathway down here and get this area all sorted out, and then we can dive into some carpet. Okay, and I don't think that looks that bad, going all the way down here with the pathway going down. I don't think that looks that bad, but, you know, now that I have, like, kind of thought about it while building this area, this part right here, I do think carpet is probably a necessary thing we need. So we can actually, with the carpet, though, we can put things like, sea lanterns underneath. Like, if we, like, did a line of carpet down here on these, strip logs, we go ahead and we can hide sea lanterns underneath them. That way we don't have to use all these torches everywhere, and it will just make the base just look a lot nicer and a lot brighter in areas. And we'll only use it in like areas where you're actually gonna be walking through, because we won't like do like these corners and such like that you aren't really going to be walking through. So let me go try and find a good like carpet to kind of like match this base's kind of like theme here, and then I'll come back. Okay, so I thought about it for a minute. I think cyan carpet kind of fits what we're doing, because it's kind of like a lighter carpet. It kind of goes with like the sea lanterns here. I think we'll go ahead and do cyan carpet like for everything. We can actually cover this up for it. I need to go ahead and get rid of these torches here. But then, so let me go ahead and patch this thing up right here. So with the cyan carpet going like around to like, we'll only go to like probably about here. The cyan carpet, making the loop around. Oops. Man, this thing really wants to go like on top of the other carpet. But we only do like that much and leave this area like with wood, this area of wood. Actually, yeah, that thing can go down a path right there on both sides. Go ahead, grab some more of this, fill that in. But I think for the carpet, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna like break like some patches of the carpet here and just go ahead and place what are these called? Sea lanterns, and cover it back up. That way, you can't really notice it much, and it kind of just gives like a nice light without actually having to use these torches. So I'm gonna go ahead, fill in the rest of this carpet around here, and go ahead and eliminate our use of the torches. Okay, and I finished up all the carpet here. As you can see, if we run down here, all the carpet's wrapping all the way around here. And I got rid of all the torches, and if we actually, so let's actually walk outside. If we actually look under the base here, you actually go ahead and see like a ton of the sea lanterns. So if we come out here, jump down here, we can go ahead and we can see all of the like sea lanterns being used just to like light the entire top up, which is pretty fun to just see down here. Just a pretty fun like little thing, but you won't be seeing it for too long because we're gonna now be covering this up because the next stage. So I think that's all we're gonna be doing for the inside. I didn't really want to go too crazy on it, but went a little crazy with it. But either way, I feel like that's all we're gonna be doing for the inside here. Just made it like polished it up, made it look nice. We're not gonna do anything, of course, in the back because that's just where the redstone is, of course. So let's go ahead. Let's go out here. So for the bottom, oops, okay, we can go down here anyway. So for the bottom here, what I'm thinking of doing, so of course we're gonna go with deep slate over the top because I want to do like a deep slate running down. But for it, I think all I want to do is kind of like copy and paste what I did up there down here. I think it would fit like how I did like the design for that bottom row. Kind of like do 2 of those down. The top one will be because I want to make like a room down here. I never really explained that. I want to like make a room down here that I have an idea for, but I'm not gonna share it yet until we like get started. But I feel like so if we do like I think it'll only fit probably like 2 of these floors down here. So the top could just be like walled off. You won't really see it if we do like a layer down. And with that top area that you won't really see or really be able to see inside, 'cause it's not going to be as open roof as this one. That top layer we can just use to expand these chests down. Some that way we can have extra storage up here. And then for the bottom half of like this area here, when we do it on the bottom, that can be an actual like open room we walk into, and then it like opens up into an area that I have the idea for, I said, but we'll get to that in a minute. So let's go ahead and blaze it down. I also think I'm gonna do with the deep slate I think I'm gonna just keep the spruce theme going all the way down. That way it just stays consistent with spruce, unless I want to do dark oak. Ooh, I actually wonder if dark oak would look better next to deep slate. Let me grab some and see how it compares to each other. Ooh, that was a bit of lag. Okay, I think right here is a good example. So if we were doing like say like a deep slate right here, if we did like spruce compared to like whatchamacallit, dark oak here. So if we did something like this, if we're comparing the two, which one like blends in the most, it would be this one, but the one that just looks nicer, of course, is going to be spruce. So I think we're just gonna go with the spruce. Yeah, spruce just looks so much nicer compared to like the dark oak. Just at least in this case. Sometimes dark oak can look nice, but I think in this case the dark oak just doesn't win. So I always say how it like defaults to like the second slot, but I guess that makes sense in a way. But let's go ahead, let's go out here. I have enough blocks just to get started, so we can start getting started with the build here. Okay, if what I said didn't make too much sense, so I went ahead, I moved it down and we did the deep slate, of course, and I did polished deep slate in the middle. And then, so over here, so this will be your room for down here. It will only be this tall right here, 1, 2, that's about 6 blocks tall. Then it's going to have like this line here for the actual roof. Then up there where that separation is kind of from the top, that will be where like extra storage can go, because then it would just be a nice like open area down there that extra storage can actually just fit in there. So if that should make more sense now. So let's go ahead though. I'm gonna keep going. This is actually a lot more difficult to build with it. I mean, it was much easier when it was in the sky doing this because it was all the same level, but now that I actually have to build upwards, it's a much difficult task, but I think it looks pretty good how it's going. Actually, let's not go this way yet. Let's keep going with the front. Ooh, is this going to... Because now that I'm looking at it... Oh, no. This is going to actually, kind of mess with this a little bit. Okay. So I'm gonna have to find a workaround to that, unless I just chop off this back half here. So we go ahead and we just do the front being that stuff. So let's go ahead and chop this half off a little bit. I'm going to have to kind of like condense this, but then just do a flat wall here. That way you can still like use it all, but this part is just going to be all just the wall, because yeah, I didn't really plan that through, because I really didn't know the design I was gonna go for when we started. But we're gonna figure out this situation and keep wrapping the wall around, and we'll see what it looks like when it's all done. And there we go. I went ahead, I wrapped the entire wall down here. If we look all the way down, it surrounds the entire base there. It looks very good. Took a lot of time and effort. And I also went ahead over here, the little arrow we had with this thing. So how we have like our elevator shooting up here, so you can walk up to shoot up the elevator, or you can go around, and then this would be actually the entrance of the base. So I went ahead, just capped it off right here. Then you can walk in, and you see I actually flattened this entire area out, made it all smooth so that we can work with. So now there's a few things I think I want to do. Number one, up here, if we look up here, like where the platform is, want to go ahead and span that out all the way down the base. Like, just that would be our roof pretty much. So go ahead and take this and just expand it all the way down and cover the top. That way we have plenty of room to work with. But I also want to go ahead and in certain sections, like if we go down here, so as you can see, for like the simple build we're doing, we don't need this much space. It's like too much space to actually work with. So I think for like certain areas, I'm just going to like bring like a line of bricks out here and go ahead and just enclose areas off. That way we only have a small area to work with, and it'll just look nicer than trying to fit a tiny build in a giant area, because that is just too much to try and do that. I also might start like trying to experiment with the floor a little bit. I got some tiles and polished deep slate, but I don't think I'll get to that. But I'm going to go ahead though, try and like map out our walls and then finish up the roof here, and I'll come back. So remember how I said we were going to go ahead, I was going to go ahead in this roof here, I was going to expand it all the way down. Well, I realized about halfway through doing the roof that that's just a lot of wasted materials, because when I actually started to map things out, I'll explain the mapping in a second, I realized so much the underneath here is just like open air, and we can always like expand the platform depending on what item we actually are using. So instead of wasting all the deep slate, let's just cover up what we need for the deep slate, and then we can go ahead, I figured, and when we do eventually expand storage down, we can always expand the platform out. Another thing you can see, I actually put an iron door here because I didn't want any mobs to come in here. I expanded a staircase down everywhere here, and I think I'm going to do the flooring as tiled deep slate because it just looks so much better with the deep slate tiles. And then we can do kind of like how we did with the blue carpet up top, we can do red carpet instead, like pointing where to go and everything here. And then under the red carpet we can keep doing like sea lanterns. And then as you can see here, we have like a I put like a little flooring here so we can look, and I kind of made this like little thing, and you can see it all like goes in on like different areas. For these, I think I'm going to put like a painting here, or something here. That way there's just something here in the hallways as you're walking down on both sides. You can go ahead and just see like paintings or whatever. And then down here, you'll have one more like set of like paintings here. Then you keep going down, and now we get to like the actual like throne room kind of to it. So down here will be every armor set going all the way down on display. So the armor set would be sitting here, and then there will be probably like something next to it. I haven't decided what, but there will be something next to it all on display here. And then at the very end, it will be like a little like a throne to sit on, like your own throne you sit on, and it's just like a nice chair, a big chair at the end. That way you just kind of like showcase all your valuables, and it'll be like a glass wall I think I'm gonna do here. But anyways, I'm going to, before we get to like stuff like that, I'm going to keep making these things all the way around on those things, raise the walls up, and then go ahead and fill in the flooring, and we'll come back and we'll go ahead and start the decoration process. Okay, and I've gone ahead, and if we turn around here, you can see the carpet goes all the way down, the walls all finished here, it looks super nice. I finished all of this here all the way down, the carpet runs all the way down here to all these, and then you have this area here, which we'll actually go ahead right now, go ahead and place. That is going to be our chair, we can just look down, so I feel this looks very cool. There is one thing I did notice that I completely forgot. I forgot that there's not 6 armor sets anymore, and that there's 7. So instead of doing ladder armor, we are now going to just be doing chainmail, iron, gold, diamond, what's the other one? There's netherite, and then there's that one last one, copper, yeah, copper. So we're gonna be doing that down there because completely forgot about leather, and leather doesn't fit in with what I'm gonna do when we get to that in a second here, so you'll see when we get there. So now we're going to go ahead and do these pictures, and I'm just now noticing that I crafted item frames. I didn't. Okay, hold on one second. I need to head back. I need to go get paintings, not item frames. Oh my. Okay, I'm back with the paintings now, so let's go ahead. So, I want to try and get like a 9x9 painting. Ooh, that looks cool. So, some of them are going to be duplicates. Ooh, man, I really haven't seen like these new paintings ever since the last update. But some will probably be a duplicate. That one looks cool. But, it's fine if we have a few duplicates going down. Let's try to see. I know there's more than that. Come on. Yeah, something like that. Oh, that looks really cool. That too. Is that like someone like sitting on a beach or like by a mountain maybe? Looks really cool. See, is there even more we can do? Ooh, we have fun here. Golden apple and a watermelon. So, one more. Come on. One more. Ooh, there's a dog. We need to get the dog. Next time we broke it. Come on. Come on, game. Give me the dog back. Please. I want that dog. There we go. We got the dog. Look at that. That looks so cool. I didn't actually think there was that many paintings. And I think I saw a few other ones in the mix too. Unless I was just seeing like, the same thing over and over again. But this all looks really cool. That's not the same as... Yeah, okay. Those two are different. That looks fairly cool. I love these paintings. So we have the paintings going down now. Now for down here, of course, we're going to do an armor stand. So I think I'm going to do it from the closest to the throne, the armor stand. So let's do that down. We still need to get the armor. I didn't grab it. Then for next to the armor, because I was trying to figure out what to put next to it. And it actually helps because leather doesn't really have a block. So for the armor, let's go ahead, grab our stuff here. I think we'll put the block next to it. So this first one's going to be copper here. So we'll put copper. This one's going to be like chains. So let's put like a chain. This one we can do gold. Well, this one's iron. We can do diamonds here. 2 of our blocks of diamonds on display. 2 of our ancient debris because I am not getting a netherite block to put here. Maybe one day in the future, but right now we aren't doing that. And now, and I was going to actually do glass panes, but I realized it would stick weird to the block. So let's go ahead and put glass on all the blocks here for now. And then now I need to quickly go grab the armor. And luckily we have pretty much, I think we have a second set of all the armor. Even netherite because Piglins in the nether, if you remember, they drop with the add-on, they will drop netherite gear as we go, so I believe we should have every armor at least, like unenchanted and such in our chest, because I just want to put an unenchanted armor, nothing like crazy. Let's see, in here, yeah, okay, we have enough in here for that. Ooh, we can even add like a sword to each one, that would be cool. Ooh, and then, for chainmail, we could do like a stone maybe. Let's see, for diamond gear, okay, we need to go buy diamond because I don't want to do the trim, but I will take a, plain sword. Okay, and I didn't grab all the armor with me yet, but let's go ahead and just see. Oop, I didn't mean to wear it. Let's go ahead and put these all on. Make sure I didn't accidentally, okay. Give it the sword, and then go ahead and case it off with the glass, and look at that. That looks so cool on display. As you walk down, you just see that. We'll do the same for each other one, like go ahead and put the last bit of what I have on me, and then I'll go grab some more, come back, and we'll fill it all in. Okay, and I just finished putting the last bit of armor on display, so let's walk down here. You see copper, a chainmail, iron, gold, diamond, which looks fairly cool with the light, and then netherite. It all looks really cool. I don't even think I mentioned I put sea lanterns under the block so that it would actually emit some light and actually have it like glow a little bit. And with the diamond, it looks super cool, and the netherite, of course. So I think that's it for this episode though, because we've done so much this episode. I mean, we did all of this right here. If we go out here, if we go up, we did all the decorations inside here, all the way around, which was a lot of work. This episode actually has taken like 30-something days just to complete, just getting all the resources and building everything. So was a lot. I even forgot to mention, we even did like the whole entire walls going down there in this episode. We pretty much finished off our storage base completely, which is amazing. Because that means we can get back to work on our bunker and such. Next episode, we can actually start working on it. But I do wanna, with the storage, so of course this is not all going to be all of our storage we'll always need. Because, let's be honest, if we go inside and, like cobblestone for example, eventually our chests are going to get full and we will be able to go down. And so that will be good, but things like if we go down here, the saplings, like stuff like that, crops, all this stuff, eventually we aren't going to want to manually sort everything. Some items have to be manually sorted, like beetroot, golden apples probably, stuff like that. Stuff you don't really get that often or aren't stackable. But eventually we will want to expand this, so I do think if I do end up expanding it, I will do it off camera to save like the repetitiveness of just like doing this over and over and over again. But I'll see. We'll leave that for future me to decide if we will expand or not, because there is a lot to expand. Get all the redstone. I'll have to find a direction to go, so we'll see about that in the future. With that all being said, let's take one final look at the base. So let's go ahead, go up here. So you fly up the elevator here, and you can walk inside, and we have this entire area all like made. Go all the way down the light tunnel here. We go all the way around to all of our storage, all the way down here. And then we have like all the extra storage we can add to for the manual storage. You then also can go from here, see the entire back of redstone. Up there, a dump chest, up there, overflow of course. Then you go down the chute here, and you get met with this door, which you can walk through to the red carpet. That takes you all the way around here to our like valuables hall, whatever. And it will show you all of our armor sets all the way down to our chair where we can sit on. And then if we go back, see all the paintings going back all the way down. I feel like this base, so like this storage unit turned out super cool, and it can always be expandable, which is the best part about the whole thing. So I really like it, but I hope you guys did enjoy this episode. If you did, please consider leaving a like on this episode, subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. It helps a lot. Also, comment any ideas you want to see, any builds you want to see around this base. I kind of need to start thinking of new builds, because our bunker's almost done actually. We only need like an episode or two left, so we're kind of like going to be running out builds to like start improving on, so we're going to have to start branching out to new builds. But we'll see about that when the time comes. Anyways, I hope you guys are having a good day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.